Friday night qualifying here for the 69th nice running of the Dodge Power Brokers U.S. Nationals. If you want to call it a night, we had about 4 or 5 passes of cars that ran in the nighttime. Don't know why. I wish someone pissed oil down the track so we would have been here later. That would have been nice. But you know what? Video's in the nighttime and I get to go to bed early tonight, so I will take what I can get out of it. We got a bit to recap. I missed a bit of the Pro Stock and the Pro Stock motorcycle qualifying because I was over by Ron Cap's trailer shooting the video, which you can watch right now, of the car unveiling of the 1973 Barracuda Hot Wheels Snake Prudhomme throwback scheme that he's running this year, as well as to hear some words from both the Snake and your reigning champion of the U.S. Nationals and 3-time NHRA champion Ron Cap. So let's jump straight into qualifying so we can get the video highlights done. Steve Torrance, #1 qualifier so far, and top fuel. Leah Pruitt finishes up in second. Brittany Force with a strong run in third. TJ Zizzo went early. He went out towards the end of the day in the sun. That was about a 7th place qualifying average where he rounded up. A lot of people struggled to get runs down the track. Antron Brown, Tony Schumacher, Spencer Massey, and Clay Milliken to name a few. Clay Milliken so far not in the show. 17th with a 6.860. Expect him to come out guns blazing tomorrow to try and put himself into the field as he looks forward to what I believe he's running in the Too Fast Too Tasty Challenge. Don't quote me on that. Buddy Hall with a bit of a bang off the starting line, blew that thing up. We have some bit of a picture to show you, but it's a bit blurry because it's a why didn't that focus kind of situation. So take what you can get. Funny car, Bob Tasker III. I remember talking to him back at Norwalk, and he talked about the fact that a lot of people. Is that on? Okay. I'm leaving it in. So. Bob Tasker, I remember talking to him back in Norwalk about how a lot of people overlooked him going into the Western Swing and going into the end of the season, and that really fired him up. We did not really see the same kind of performance that we expected out of him since then, but it's really starting to come alive now. A 3.864, the only person to run an 3.8 times so far this weekend in Q1. Ryber Height rounds off in second. Ron Capsley talked about running the throwback to Don Prudhomme, rounds it off in 4th. Matt Hagan 5th. Cruz Pedregon with a strong performance. He finishes in the top half in 6th. Blake Alexander, speaking of Norwalk, your Norwalk winner in 7th. How about this? Dale Creasy Jr. was like the second car, I believe the first car to go out, if I remember correctly, to go out in the funny car. Goes out there. Car in this exact lane is hooked up from the moment he takes off and soars on the racetrack. Locks himself easily into the show in 9th position right now with a 4.021. There is a good possibility that time is going to make the show unless we have an all 3 9-second field, which looks likely going into Q1. Terry Haddock rounds off in 11th. Alex Laughlin 13th. And again, we saw some struggles from some big name guys. Chad Green 14th, Jack Wyatt 15th, and John Forth down in 17th. My bad. Yeah, Tim Wilkerson 14th, Chad Green 15th, and then John Forrest not in the show so far. He's 17th with a 4.197. Car did not take off from the line. He kept his foot in it for some reason towards about the 300-foot mark and then finally coasted it. He currently is the one car not in the show. Matt Harford and Pro Stock, your #1 qualifier. Troy Coughlin Jr., the Gainesville winner, currently 2nd. Aaron Stanfield's looking for his first win of the season in 3rd. Then you have Eric Anders, Dallas Glenn, and Kyle Koretsky rounding out 4th through 6th. No surprise there. Greg Anderson, who looked to come alive towards the last few races, he finds himself down in 10th. You have the Fernando Quadra in 11th. You have the Mason and the Chris McGahey in 11th and 12th. And then Bo Butner down there in 15th, as well as Eric Latino in his return to Pro Stock down there in the 16th position. And finally, in Pro Stock motorcycle, Gay Trail. A big surprise. The moon is bright, the stars are on, I guess. I don't know, light pollution's a bitch. I shouldn't have said that. Gage Trail, #1 qualifier so far. Eddie Craywick in 2nd. So it is a Vance and Hines 1-2. Hector Roney Jr., Norwalk winner in 3rd. Steve Johnson with a impressive performance in 4th. Matt Smith in the 5th position, as well as Ron Torno, Mark Ingerson, Ryan Hall. Angie Smith, the big surprise in Pro Stock motorcycle. She is well not in the show. Did not have a good run, a 9.531. Not representative of the time that she can set. She is going to have to come back tomorrow to try and get her way into the show. All right, so before we wrap it up real quick, we do have video highlights from NHRA of the top 4 qualifying times tonight here in night 1 of the U.S. Nationals. Let's get into it, and then let's go home.
Final pair, first session, Pro Stock motorcycle. Oh, man. Oh, man. 674. 198 miles. I can't remember the last time I missed by a tenth. Final two. 657.0 is number one right now. Finish line, 6.569. Matt Hartford by 1/1000th of a second steals the pole. How about 3.864? 324 miles an hour. BT3 goes number one. .708, Steve Torrance by 1/1000th of a second. Put the Capco boys number one.
So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Being back at U.S. Nationals is incredible. We've had a great time so far for the first 3 days. We got, I believe, 3 more days to go before we can call it quits. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Social media pages down below: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all of that. Mighty Mac 03. Follow me on there. Subscribe to the channel. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe, share the video so everybody can see it, because again, we've had an incredible turnout today so far. I expected it from the moment I walked in here with how hard the marketing was, that this was going to be a good turnout, and it was. It's almost equal to Monday. I'm expecting bigger crowds come the rest of the weekend. Again, share it so that everybody can fall in love with drag racing, and be sure to watch the rest of the videos I'm making so far. We had an incredible interview with some of the Sportsman guys yesterday. We had an incredible time talking with Ron Capps and Don Prudhomme earlier today, and we're going to have even more come tomorrow. I think you guys are really going to enjoy the content. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, all of that, and until tomorrow, this has been Mighty Mac, and I will see you next time.